Lisa Gerritsen. If you were a kid glued to the TV in the 1970s, you knew her face. Born Lisa Orzog on December 21st, 1957 in Los Angeles, she became one of the most familiar and talented child actresses of that decade. Lisa truly gave memorable performances on several shows, most famously as Bess Lindstrom on The Mary Tyler Moore Show and its spin-off Phyllis. But here's the thing that has always stuck with fans. Lisa simply vanished. She quit acting suddenly around the age of 20 or 21, shortly after Phyllis was canceled in 1978. Even though she showed so much promise, her swift and mysterious exit from the spotlight made her disappearance one of those unanswered, lingering questions that devoted television viewers such as myself would discuss for decades. As so often is the case in Hollywood, Lisa's tie to show business wasn't a fluke. It was deep-rooted in her family. She's the great-granddaughter of silent film actors True Boardman and Virginia True Boardman. Her grandfather, True Boardman, that's a lot of True Boardmans, was a child actor as well, but I believe he is best known as a screenwriter. Among his film credits is the classic Abbott and Costello flick Pardon My Sarong. With encouragement from her mother and grandfather, Lisa began acting work at just 8 years old, getting her first professional job in a 1968 episode of The Doris Day Show. Before getting the big roles, Lisa built up her list of jobs with guest parts and quick appearances. As I already mentioned, she was on The Doris Day Show, but I don't think I said that she was on 3 different episodes playing 2 different characters. Perhaps most early on, she is best known for her work in several episodes of Gunsmoke, with one of her 4 appearances, the episode titled Jenny, serving as a real display for her acting talent. Her grandfather was so proud of her that he even wrote a Bonanza episode titled Cassie, just for her, specifically to show off her great horse riding skills. Other early guest spots included The Odd Couple, The Courtship of Eddie's Father, The Virginian, and one of my favorite TV shows, Family Affair. Then in 1969, Lisa got her first steady role in the NBC comedy series My World and Welcome to It, which ran for just 1 season. This show was based on the cartoons and writings of humorist James Thurber and was quite different for the time, mixing real-life stories with animated cartoon characters. Lisa played Lydia, the bright-eyed and too smart for her age daughter of the main character, John Monroe, played by William Wyndham. My World and Welcome to It was smartly written, and even though the animation and editing made it an expensive show to put together, critics loved it, and it won the 1970 Emmy Award for Best Comedy. A fun side note, during filming, Lisa broke her arm falling off a horse one weekend, which made the writers quickly invent a reason for her character to be wearing a cast. Okay, enough dilly-dallying around. Let's talk about the role that Lisa is best known for. Her work life really took off in 1970 when she won the part of Bess Lindstrom on The Mary Tyler Moore Show. Bess was a quick-witted, independent daughter of Phyllis Lindstrom, played by Cloris Leachman, a mom who believed in new ideas about parenting. Fans truly related to Bess, including a Chicago Tribune writer who remembered having a crush on Lisa because she played a romantically inexperienced, somewhat awkward 7th grader on the show, right at the time that he was going through the same thing. Lisa continued her role as Bess as a main actor on the spin-off series Phyllis, which ran from 1975 to 1977. That show followed Phyllis and Bess as they moved to San Francisco to live with Phyllis's late husband's parents. Their mother-daughter relationship was often funny, sometimes making it seem like the mother and daughter were switching roles. While making The Mary Tyler Moore Show, Lisa also found time for movies, including her first film appearance in 1970's Airport. And in 1972, she was in The War Between Men and Women, another Thurber-inspired film, this one starring Jack Lemmon and Barbara Harris. When Phyllis was canceled, Lisa stepped away from acting. Like I said, around the age of 20 or 21, her choice to stop acting was so abrupt that it has always fascinated and confused fans. In 2000, when a reunion special for Mary and Rhoda was announced, that same Chicago Tribune writer that I talked about earlier tried real hard to find Lisa to ask her why she wasn't appearing on the show. In an article he wrote, he talked about trying to track down her location, which was a really difficult nut to crack. He said he followed every clue, eventually getting in touch with a fan who thought they'd worked with Lisa at a software company. And even though he was eventually able to procure a phone number, that writer finally decided not to reach out, figuring that if Lisa was that hard to find, she probably wanted and deserved to be left alone. And while she has been fairly successful at that, we do know a few things. Lisa married a feller named John Rustin in 2000, and they did have at least one child, who by now is a grown adult. End of the day, I think it's fair to say that Lisa successfully moved into private life, leaving her memorable 1970s TV career absolutely and completely behind her. And sometimes you've got to think that might be the best ending of all. Like that Chicago Tribune writer, I do think it's important to respect Lisa's privacy. However, I do feel somewhat obligated to share a more recent picture of her. This one is still a bit on the older side, and it's easy to find on the internet, so I don't think I'm intruding too much by sharing it with you all. As you can see, Lisa seems pretty darn content. Doesn't seem like she's missing anything at all. She's just living her best life away from the bright lights of Hollywood. And now for something only semi-related.
They're shipwrecked, and you'll be lap-wrecked at this uproarious riot starring Bud Abbott and Lou Costello, with Virginia Bruce, Robert Page, Leif Erikson, Lionel Atwill, Nan Wynn, the Tip-Tap and Toe Dancers, Sharky, and those sensational harmony hits, the Four Ink Spots. See Abbott and Costello as expert seamen on the high seas.
Sharky! Good boy, Sharky. Oh, wait a minute. I got you. Go ahead.
You are special.
You didn't have to do it, but you did. So thank you very much for your support, for your support, for your support. Thank you very much.
Click on that thumbnail, cause it's time to go. Dave's got the classics, let the memories flow. TV shows and movies that we all hold so dear. On his YouTube channel, he's keeping memories near. Dave Lindstrom, bringing back the good stuff, oh yeah.